Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to yet another episode of the Great Human Reconnect. I'm your host, Hayden Binney, and as you can probably tell, we are in a different location and a very different vibe of episode. The goal of this episode, and I'm gonna aim to be doing these episodes weekly, sort of like a weekly reflection on what I've sort of taken away from the episodes I've posted in the week, things that I've learned throughout the week, conclusions I've come to, ideas that have been in my brain, and all of that good stuff. And if I'm being honest with you, there are a lot of things, especially these last few days, that have really sort of been on my mind, and thoughts and queries and concerns that I've been running on repeat, not really knowing the answers. And I think the problem is the more I'm sort of searching for answers, the more I'm searching for this greater fulfillment, this greater understanding of life and all the ins and outs and all the intricacies of it all, is I'm getting myself very anxious. I'm getting myself very overwhelmed with the plethora of information that's out there. Because there's too much currently right now. There is too many answers that I'm seeking. It's very overwhelming. Like, I don't know, like I'm not, and it's coming to terms as well, which has been really hard, with who I was for a long time, realizing that's not who I am anymore. For the longest time, like, if I'm being completely honest, like, we'll jump straight into it. Like, this, the form of, like, in the term of talking about like mental health and suicide and stuff. Like, for the longest time, it was super very. I don't know, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, by the way, none of this is planned, none of this is scripted. This is me just like, it's literally like 3:30 in the morning, coming here with some sort of like rough idea that I want to talk, but not knowing what it's going to say. So if I butcher anything, like, sorry, but not sorry. Like, it's coming out. Like, there's no filtering. There's no thinking about this. Like, some things maybe I could say a little bit softer and stuff, but like, it is just my authentic thoughts right now. So I'm sure you can come at me and probably hate me for some things, but it's like, it's not going to probably mean much, because like most of the people that can see it online and criticize you anyway, they've got they've got bigger issues and do worse things, and they're just sort of projecting that onto someone else. But anyway, that's besides the point. These very extreme views on like suicide and stuff like that, and like being like straight up like, oh, anyone that kills themselves are a fucking coward, like what a fucking like disgrace they are and stuff like that. And like, I still have that opinion. Like, obviously I think it's the most selfish and cowardly thing you can do, but at the same time, in saying that, obviously be a little bit of a hypocrite and stuff. The last sort of week or two, it's been like, and I'm never going to be like that. I'm not that sort of person, 100% not. But it's like, I've felt things and confusion and a lacking of answers and knowledge, and it's like, for the first time I've come to terms with, it's like, I could understand why people would do it. Like, there are voices sometimes in my head that are so loud and so violent, not in like what it is and stuff, but like how violent of like loud and extreme the ideas are. And to come to terms with, I can understand if people carry on with those thoughts for a prolonged period of time, I can definitely see how it would end down that route. And it's, yeah, coming to terms obviously with that, and like the vulnerability and stuff, and realizing I'm having this identity crisis where it's like, currently who I am right now is not who I believe I am, but I do not know what that version of me is. So I'm sort of in this limbo stage where it's like, I'm me currently working towards something else, but I don't understand or know yet what that something else is. And yeah, I don't know. There's been a lot of thoughts in my mind. Like, obviously, I've spoken plenty of times about the whole violin. Like, it's, we keep playing the violin to ourselves. It's a soothing, relaxing, beautiful sound that we play, and we play on end because we love the sound of it, because it makes us feel better. The violin is you feeling sorry for yourself, giving yourself excuses. And we love feeling sorry for ourselves. We love excuses. That's why we love the sound of the violin. We love the music that it makes. And it's the concept of throwing that violin out the window and running it over. It is the yeah, where were we? We've just cut back in. People walked past. I got freaking nervous and shy. That's probably with the other thing. It's like confidence. I sat down with Caleb Coronius, and he was just like, dude, you need to walk into every room and be like, you are the best. And it's like, I have that. Like, there are moments where I am sitting there and I'm like, I am the best, I'm the greatest. But then there are also moments where I sit there with so much sort of self doubt, self belief of not knowing where it's going to go, not understanding where the journey is going to end or how exactly I'm going to get there. And you have those sort of those darker voices keep playing back in, that self sabotage. And I guess we all sort of love self sabotage if I really think about it. It's like the self sabotage is like us giving ourselves a way out and a reason to sort of make it easier for when we do fail. Giving it be like, oh, it's okay, like I failed because of this, this, and this. And like, realistically, if you actually give your all and everything and really go all in and be delusionally optimistic that it's all going to work out, you're going to get there in the end. Like, there really should be no failure. Failure shouldn't exist. This other concept I came up with, like obviously why I think it is hard for people to change, why I think it is hard for people to whatever it might be, like whether it's like to leave that relationship, to leave the job, to go all in on yourself, because it's like you realize in doing that, like it's going to take a drastic change which will change your life. Like you are in theory killing a part of you or killing an older version of you. Where was I? Yeah, I was talking about this idea that just sort of came into my head the other day, and it was we are afraid to take the leap, take the change, because like in theory, we are killing a part of us, or we are killing like us in theory to like become this new version. And it's like humans, we are wired to think a heinous crime such as murder and stuff is obviously it's unacceptable. Like you're not going to do it. And it's like, is our brain, are we stopping ourselves making the change because the wiring inside of us believes we are killing something, we are committing that crime, we are doing that next step which will drastically change your life. Like if you kill someone, your life drastically changes, you spend the rest of your life in prison. And it's like, do we have this mechanism up that we believe if we kill ourselves, we're gonna have consequences and we could end up in a jail for the rest of our lives and not really come out? So that's sort of a thought I had. And then other thoughts, obviously, like it's the Alex Hormozi thing. It's like it's the reason you don't kill yourself. Like it's the meaning of your life. So I was in Sydney and I sort of sat back crossing the road, and it's like, okay, why don't I just jump out in front of the cars right now? Like what is actually stopping me? It's like the obvious is obviously I want to live, I don't want to die. But it's like, okay, it's like, why do you want to live? Like no one wants to live purely just to live and sort of go through the motions. Where was I? Yeah, so many people out. Like 3:43 in the morning. But yeah, nah, I remember where I was. It was like why don't kill yourselves? And like so stood on the road and was like, like why don't I just jump in front of the cars? And obviously it was because I wanted to live. And it's like, okay, like why do you want to live? It's everyone has a meaning of why they want to live, and it's like what comes to mind first. And it's obviously achieving what I want to achieve. Like I'm not at that level yet, so it's like if you break it down, it's like the reason you don't kill yourself is the reason, like, is the meaning of your life. And then like leading on to like the meaning of your life, I heard this beautiful beautiful, beautiful quote by Tom Spark. Tom Spark, Tom Stark, I forget. I apologize if I butchered that. But I don't want to make sure I get it accurate, so let me pull out my phone and get it here. Yeah. Its meaning is experienced in motion. And like what he goes on to pretty much say, it's like it doesn't matter sort of how much time you sit there thinking or meditating on like what's the meaning of life, what's the meaning of my life, like what should I be doing. It doesn't matter how much you do that, you are only gonna find out the meaning of life, the meaning of your life, what you should be doing through motion, through action. And through those motions, you're then going to figure out what that meaning is, what you should be doing. I don't know, like, it probably doesn't sound that sort of profound now, but like listening to it, I sort of heard it and I sort of resonated. I'm like, I really, really like that. Because like so many of us, we sit there, we just sit there and we're like, well, what do I do? What's the meaning and stuff? And it's like, brother, it's like, what you need to be doing is you need to go out and do stuff. You need to fail. You need to find out what the meaning is. Go out in nature. Go to the gym. I don't know. Go like turn the camera on. Go build something with your hands. You're only going to find out the meaning of anything through the motion of doing it. Like it doesn't matter how much you just sit there thinking. It's never going to work. Like yeah, it might be good in theory, but like how many times we know theory and practicality are two separate things. Just because it sounds good on paper doesn't mean it's going to work. Like how many things in this world or in your life on paper should be good but just turn out to be fundamentally fucking shit. So it's like, yeah, it's that there, like these deep thoughts, like to me they sound very, very freaking deep and like stuff, and like, but to you, who's like it might not, and like that's completely okay. Like we all have different thoughts, we all going through different stages of life and stuff, and like, yeah, it's just the reality of it, and it's like in the last few like months or two, like I've been doing a lot of self reflection, like it's self-reflecting, getting better, and then continues to keep self-reflecting. It's like it's sort of coming to a point. It is becoming a little bit unhealthy because I am over self-inflicting on everything. Like there is not one thing that I don't come to a conclusion, think that's good. 2 minutes later, do the same thing, and it's just a vicious cycle. But like I understand, like I believe I've got to do it to eventually then have that breakthrough where the answers will start to sort of come clear and it won't hold this massive burden or weight on top of me. But obviously that's no guarantee. That's just my conclusion right now. And like, who knows, like in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, like my opinion on that could completely change. Like that's okay. We're all evolving through life. Like I think what a lot of us don't realize, it's like we're all doing our first time at life. So like, it doesn't matter like who you talk to, who you sort of look up to and stuff. Like if they're a little bit older, it's like they might have a few more years on you and stuff. It's like fundamentally they're still having their first go. They're still figuring shit out. They don't know the answer. They haven't done this several times. They've maybe been doing it for 20 years longer than you. But if you look at sort of the finite of like how long the world's been here for and how long we're here for, it's really fucking like it's such a small amount of time. Like I know, like I'm gonna like in editing this, it's gonna be very all over the place, very choppy, changey, probably fundamentally not very good, but that is completely fine because I've realized now it's like even I thought me being shit meant obviously I wasn't that good and stuff, but like me being shit is exactly why I am the best podcaster in the world. It's exactly why the Great Human Reconnect is the best podcast in the world. The world just hasn't caught up and realized it yet. Like I believed it, but like I didn't believe it. I didn't say it out loud, but like I'm saying it out loud now. It's like I am the best podcaster in the world. Anything that I sort of put my mind to, I am the best. And it's just the world will eventually realize. In 2 years' time and however long it takes, I will look like an overnight success. But really, it is going to be through doing so much sheer amount of work. I freaking got home from the airport at probably 10 o'clock tonight. I edited an entire podcast. I've then it was like 3 o'clock. When I came down here, it was like I could have just went to bed, but no, I cannot go to bed because there is so much more I can possibly be doing. I was talking about several times. There is where I am to versus where I want to be, like the competition, and it's like they are doing X amount. I've got to do X amount plus more to try and bridge that gap, because it's like, humbly, the people that are ahead of me, it's like, yes, you've been doing it longer, you've posted more episodes, you are a better speaker, no more than me, but like, the thing that I'm gonna outdo you on is fucking the work I'm gonna put in. I don't know. It's gonna be the work. It's gonna be the drive. And like, and when I say like work and stuff, it's not gonna be these fucking bullshit, fucking things where every fucking man and his dog. I said in my last podcast, it's like the male equivalent to women in their astrology is men that just sit there, say, I make money from a computer, I'm an entrepreneur and stuff like that. Like, it's a fucking crisis. So many men say, oh my god, bro, I'm building all these crazy things. Like 2 years later, they're still fucking doing the same thing and same fucking step. Because it's like their idea of what hard work is okay, I'm gonna pull an all-nighter. Okay, that's their idea of hard work. Like, fundamentally, what did you do in those, like, that overnight shift? You did nothing. You maybe ChatGPT'd, watched a couple of videos, scrolled fucking Instagram reels for hours and TikTok. Like, you did nothing. I think people get so confused and hyper focused on the work that isn't fucking work and ignore the actual work that's actually going to get them the results. Like, some people could have the same argument for what I'm doing right now. If I'm being devil's advocate, they could be like, okay, all you've done is just edited an episode and you've just come out here and you're just talking to a camera and stuff. Like, how can you sit here and say me watching videos and stuff isn't hard, isn't like, it's not the same thing as what you're doing? And I can argue like, no, it isn't. Like, me building a podcast, like, I'm doing exactly what I need to be doing to do it. I'm actually doing things that are going to get me closer to my goal. Sitting on ChatGPT, watching some fucking funny dog videos on YouTube ain't gonna do fucking shit. I think a lot of people they need a little bit more brutal advice. So it's like, I've come to terms with, I think, like, my style and what I want to try. I don't know how it's gonna work, and like, I'm gonna sit on it and stuff. I've got a couple of days before I shoot any more podcasts. Like, I've got probably another 3 or 4 to edit, which is just gonna. I'm not looking forward to that, but like, I am looking forward to it. I get to do it. Like, I am very grateful that I've had the opportunity to talk to people. I get to do it. It's just now I get to do the work. It's like, I've got to play into my strengths. Like, a lot of podcasts and stuff, they're like, to be honest, like, a lot of podcasts in what I'm doing are very much all the fucking same. Like, they're all very much chalk and cheese, and they're all talking the same shit, talking to the same people. And it's like, my job is to realize, okay, what am I going to do differently? What am I going to do better than all of these people? And how do I actually differentiate myself and like build an audience? It's like, okay, like, what do I have? I've got myself. What about me is unique? Okay, I'm fucking a little bit autistic, fucking weird, got a weird sense of humor and stuff. Okay, I got to use that sort of coin together with me trying to be profound, poetic, and use language in such a beautiful form of just art, cross with like, part of me wants to fucking talk just bullshit. But then it's like, I want to stop being a bit of a pussy. Like, I want to stop being so fucking nice to all of the guests. Like, obviously, I'm going to be nice, but like, I want to push back a little bit. Like, push back and sort of make them uncomfortable. Why the fuck am I the only one uncomfortable? Like, they should be fucking uncomfortable. It needs to stop. It like, and it's not going to be this way anymore. But like, I realized it had to stop being like, oh my god, I'm talking to these people, I'm nervous. It's like, these people are fucking nervous they're talking to me because they don't know what the fuck I'm gonna say, what fucking shit I'm gonna pull them up on, or like, what sort of like just deep rabbit hole I'm gonna take them down, where they are just self-inflicting on their life, breaking down, crying. That's gonna be me and sort of what I put out and what I do. I mean, to sort of finish this little rant episode podcast, however you want to sort of lay it down, is sort of like reflecting on like a few of the podcasts and stuff that I've done leading up to this. Obviously, moving forward, I'm going to sort of review the 2 I put out in the week. and like the big thoughts in there, and I'll probably go deeper and more sort of in depth to it. But like obviously here we've got a fair few episodes and stuff, so I'm gonna break them down a little bit quicker